Good evening and welcome to tonight's news bulletin, brought to you live from this news center of the Sultanate of Oman Television. First, the headlines. Signed by His Majesty the Sultan, His Excellency Musandam Governor patronizes the final match of His Majesty the Sultan's Cup for football. Sultanate of Oman and the State of Qatar sign a memorandum of understanding in the field of culture in conjunction with the 33rd edition of Doha International Book Fair. And a cooperation agreement is signed on the establishment of Omani Sarouj production factory with a production capacity of more than 250,000 tons annually. Good evening once again, and thank you for joining us. Those were the headlines, and now the news in detail. Signed by His Majesty Sultan Haytham bin Tariq, His Excellency Sayyid Ibrahim bin Saeed Al Busaidi, Governor of Musandam, patronizes the final match of His Majesty the Sultan's Cup for football for the 2023-2024 season, which will take place today between the Far and Nahda clubs at the sports complex in Khasab Musandam Governorate. And Nahda aims to maintain the competition title and win the cup for the second time in its history, and has prepared for this through an external training camp and conducted a preparatory training session for the upcoming final. On the other hand, the Far seeks to enhance its record number of championship titles, having previously won the title 10 times, and has also conducted a training season to assess full readiness. On the sideline of the 33rd edition of the Doha International Book Fair, the Sultanate of Oman and the State of Qatar signed a memorandum of understanding in the field of culture. The agreement includes the exchange of support in areas such as books, publishing, authorship, translation, digitalization, book fairs, music, theater, libraries, archiving, and the protection and valorization of intangible cultural heritage. It also aims to enhance cooperation between cultural institutions and encourage exchange in organizing cultural events and activities. The agreement will continue for the years 2024 and 2025, with both the Sultanate of Oman and Qatar supporting the existing cooperation between them in cultural and artistic fields. Signing on the behalf of the Sultanate of Oman was His Excellency Sayyid Saeed bin Sultan Al Busaidi, and the Secretary of the Ministry of Culture, Sports and Youth for Culture, while on the Qatari side it was signed by His Excellency Dr. Ghanem bin Mubarak Al Ali and the Secretary of the Qatari Ministry of Culture. Sohar Industrial City signed a cooperation agreement on the establishment of a factory specialized in the production of Omani Sarouj with a production capacity of more than 250,000 tons annually. More details coming up in this report.
Sohar Industrial City signed a cooperation agreement to establish a factory specialized in the production of Omani Sarouj at a total cost of approximately 5.4 million Omani riyals on an area estimated at 45,000 square meters.
We are happy today to sign off establish of Sarouj, Omani Sarouj factory, which will be the first factory in the region. The factory using Omani raw material, and will be in production by first quarter in the next year, 2025.
Laboratory analysis, market studies, and practical experiments were conducted on the product by using it in the restoration of forts, castles, and historic sites, proving its efficiency and suitability for commercial production.
We are proud today by signing this agreement with research, development, and industrial innovation in Omani raw materials, and enabling Omani companies to transform ideas to developed in the research stage and development stage into products and services that can be produced and added value in the Omani raw materials.
It is expected that the Sarouj production factory will begin its operations in the first quarter of 2025, providing job opportunities for national forces and contributing to achieving the goals of the National Zero Neutrality Program through its highly efficient specifications designed to reduce carbon emissions.
International news. The Israeli aggression on Gaza continues, where a number of Palestinians were martyred and others were injured today as a result of the Israeli occupation army bombardments of various areas in the Gaza Strip. The Palestinian news agency reported that the occupation army intensified its shelling on the city of Rafah in the south of the Gaza Strip, as well as Al-Absan area east of Khan Yunis and the Jabalia area in the south of the Strip. The Palestinian Authority warned of a deep humanitarian catastrophe that is unfolding as a result of the Israeli invasion of the eastern Rafah Governorate and the Israeli occupation of the Rafah and the Kirim Abu Salim crossings, preventing the entry of medical and food and trucks and preventing thousands of patients from traveling. German Defense Minister Boris Pistorius said that his country intends to stop sending more weapons to Israel in case of an invasion of the city of Rafah in the south of Gaza. He pointed out that Israel should focus on stopping the escalation, ending the attack on the Gaza Strip and allowing humanitarian aid to enter. Similarly, President Joe Biden threatened to impose further restrictions on arms supplies if Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu continues with the major attack on the city of Rafah.
Weiß ich, dass die diplomatischen Warnschilder längst gesetzt sind. Die Gespräche laufen, aber die laufen natürlich nicht auf meiner Ebene in erster Linie, sondern auf der Ebene.
The United Nations General Assembly is expected to vote on granting Palestinians higher representation and participation rights in the largest United Nations body. The resolution project grants Palestine expanded rights to participate in General Assembly sessions, but does not grant it normal voting rights. It's likely that the adoption of the resolution will increase pressure to grant Palestine full membership. The United Nations Security Council will be asked to reconsider the request for full membership and issue a positive recommendations commensurate with the international consensus and momentum. Jens Stoltenberg, the Secretary General of the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, NATO, confirmed that the alliance has no intention of directly intervening in the Russian-Ukrainian conflict. Stoltenberg said that the alliance task is to support Kiev and prevent the spread of the war outside Ukraine, describing the Russian threat to use nuclear weapons in the war against Ukraine as reckless. On the ground, anti-aircraft units intercepted Ukrainian drones south of Moscow, and a large fire broke out at an oil refinery west of the Russian capital following a drone attack. The National Elections Management Agency in Chad announced the victory of interim President Mohamed Idris Deby in the presidential elections held on May 6th. After obtaining 61% of the votes. The agency stated that Deby received 61.3% of the votes, well exceeding the 50% required to avoid a second round. Prime Minister and opposition candidate Soixia Masara received 18.53% of the votes. Mohamed Idris Deby assumes the transitional presidency in Chad in 2021 after the death of his father, former President Idris Deby. In Asia, Thailand, 61 people died as a result of heat stroke due to the heat wave that several areas in Thailand witnessed during the past few weeks. The Thai Minister of Health clarified that this toll is higher than that recorded throughout all of last year, which was 37 recorded deaths, indicating that the northeastern regions of Thailand witnessed the highest number of deaths. Thai authorities warned people suffering from illness to avoid going outdoors. Back here in the Sultanate of Oman, Sharqiya University held its 2024 Research Day. The event was presided over by His Excellency Dr. Ali bin Amr Shidani and the Secretary of the Ministry of Transport, Communications and Information Technology for Communications and Information Technology. More details coming up in this report.
Celebrating its commitment to innovation and scholarship across a variety of academic disciplines, Al-Sharqiyya University held its 2024 Research Day, highlighting its research capabilities and its role in addressing global and local challenges through scholarly inquiry and collaboration.
We have the University Research Day. It's an annual event, and this annual event is actually organized by Al-Sharqiyya University every year. We are now having the 5th edition of this University Research Day. This University Research Day is actually a venue that brings together researchers from inside and outside the university, and it also promotes the culture of research among our academic staff as well as our students.
The working papers delved into various topics, from applied health sciences to business administration, engineering, technology, and law. The discussions included Oman's artificial intelligence agenda for the sectors, the role of blockchain in transaction documentation, and sustainable solutions through PV solar technology.
The paper focused on the 4 pillars that the AI executive program is focusing on, which is how we can utilize the AI for the economical sector so they can produce better, they can enhance better output. Also, it was focusing on the development sectors, how AI can help, for example, education and the health sector to have better productivity. The third pillar was focusing on how we can focus on our productivity towards the national capabilities and enhance their capabilities in terms of producing AI instead of just being the consumers.
My talk today was about the using of AI and finding its opportunities both in academia and industry. And I also discussed the challenges, both technical and ethical. And the main discussion was that we have to embrace technology in academia, in industry, and all processes, because it's something that will happen. So the sooner we embrace it, the better it will be for us to get more outcome and more return on the investment.
The Research Day conducted by Al-Sharqiyya University was a dynamic platform that emphasized the profound impact of research on student education and their readiness for the professional world. صالح مخلفان الرحبي, Al-Sharqiyya University, North Al-Sharqiyya Governorate.
From Sharqiyya University to the Sultanate of Oman's Pavilion, we in Dubai, where it witnessed the Arabian Travel Market 2024 exhibition there. More details in this report.
The Sultanate of Oman's Pavilion witnessed widespread interest at the Arabian Travel Market 2024 exhibition held in Dubai of the United Arab Emirates. This attention came from companies specializing in the travel and tourism sector and also visitors who were eager to discover the tourist destinations and activities in the Sultanate of Oman, especially in Dhofar Governorate, through offered travel packages and events of Dhofar's Kharif season for this year, which was announced to start on the 20th of June and end on the 20th of September 2024, lasting for 90 days.
Arabian Travel Market is one of the most important tourism show around the world. In fact, it's one of the top 3 around the world. So it's not just important for us as from the region perspective or from the Middle East. It's more important on a global side. So Sultanate of Oman are really keen to be part of the show represented by Oman Ministry of Heritage and Tourism, in order for us to give an opportunity also for our private sector to meet their counterpart and to try to promote Oman as a tourism destination and try to promote and launch the last projects and also the itineraries. And it's really a great platform for exchanging business and getting the knowledge.
The exhibition is an ideal opportunity for institutions in both the public and private sectors to promote the tourism potential of the Sultanate of Oman and to form new partnerships with their counterparts from various countries around the world.
I'm very excited to be here today. I have just joined and I'm delighted to say that I've joined the Oman Air Group as its CEO, as well as being part of the Oman family and everything that Oman has and is so proud of in travel and as a destination. Oman Air is here and represented at the Arabian Travel Mart, as it is an outstanding opportunity for B2B business It's an opportunity for us to meet from all over the region and the parts of the world that we fly, people from the travel trade, meet airports, meet the tourism bodies, and meet some airlines that we may have partnerships, whether they're current or future. It's a very good business platform which brings so much of the whole travel ecosystem together with an emphasis on the Middle East.
Our participation in the Arab travel market is very important for the tourism in general, but also very important for the MICE industry. MICE takes part at a part of the Arab travel market. Maybe it's not as a large side of leisure, but it actually takes also a big size. Meeting a lot of people who are related to this business, and then meet it also to domestic companies, plus the PCOs, and meeting also with associations who's in charge of the tourism business in general.
Furthermore, the Omani pavilion at the exhibition includes 36 tourist institutions from both the private and public sectors, along with a number of Omani companies specialized in Omani culinary arts. This enables the introduction of the Omani cuisine by presenting several dishes from the local home, which have been well received and admired by visitors for their diversity and quality.
This is the Sultanate of Oman television. Before we end tonight's bulletin, here are the main points once again. Assigned by His Majesty the Sultan, His Excellency Musandam Governor patronizes the final match of His Majesty the Sultan's Cup for football. Sultanate of Oman and the State of Qatar sign a memorandum of understanding in the field of culture in conjunction with the 33rd edition of Doha International Book Fair. And a cooperation agreement is signed on the establishment of Omani Sarouj production factory with a production capacity of more than 250,000 tons annually. And with that, we do conclude this news bulletin brought to you live from this news center of the Sultanate of Oman television, directed by Hilal Al-Malki. I'm Abdullah bin Ahmed Al-Rubi'i, signing off for now. Good night.